Hello and welcome. So today I want to talk to you about the 7 sections that your resume must have. In 10 years of recruitment, I've seen all types of resumes, but never really any consistency. Now I know for me, I was never taught how to write a resume at school, and for those of you who were taught, how much of that do you actually remember? So my name is Leena. I am the founder of Citrus Connect. We are a recruitment agency specialising in sales roles all over the UK. We've been doing what we've been doing for 10 years, as I said, and we have seen it all. But the biggest thing is we've never really seen any consistency in terms of layouts of a resume, information that's being put on there, or just, you know, the structure of it. It just fascinates us how many different types of resumes we'll get. Some are complete narratives, which are just paragraphs of words and words. Some have not even any bullet points about the job that they've had. So many different variations, and what my objective is today is to really show you some kind of standard that a resume should have. Do watch until the end, because there's a special bonus tip that I've got that you should include at the end of your CV that will really set you apart from your competitors and the competition that you've got out there. As we head into a recession and eventually a global depression, this resume building skill is a skill that you will need because there will be a lot of competition out there. So I just want to get one thing straight, that your resume is a business proposal, and it's really important that we actually get that mindset right. And the other thing that I want to point out is the resume doesn't get you the job. Your resume actually gets you the interview, and it's the interview that will get you the job. Therefore, if you consider your resume as a business proposal, it should have all the components a business plan, business proposal should have. You're showing your hiring manager what value and eventually profitability you will add to their business. So really start thinking about your resume as a business proposal. So let's go into the 7 parts of your resume. So first of all is testimonials. Now we live in an environment that's full of FIFO reviews or Trustpilot reviews. Even if you buy something on Amazon, you will look at the reviews first before you purchase it. Your resume is not any different to that, and the testimonials right at the beginning of your resume will show your hiring manager that you can add value and what experience and, if you like, reviews you have got from your previous employers. So number 1 is testimonials on your resume. Don't miss this part, because it really will set you apart from the rest of the competitors that you have. Number 2 is objectives. Now, if your hiring manager doesn't know the objective of your career, then how will they possibly know that you're right for their job? So it's really important that you tailor your objective to the job that you're applying for. Don't make it a generic objective, make it really personal to the hiring manager that is looking at your resume. Yes, that might take more time. Yes, in that case, job boards may or may not work, but it's really important that the objective is totally on point for the job that you're actually applying for. Number 3 is core skills and competencies, including your technical proficiency. So don't make this part generic. There's so many skills that you can have, and people say, well, I've got good communication skills, but what does that actually mean, and what value is that going to add to your potential employer. So don't go generic with your skills. Really go inside and really think about the skills that you possess. And what we would recommend is to think of your skills in these 3 sections. So one is you've got a range of communication skills. So really dig deep into yourself in terms of where do you stand out with your communication skills. The second is marketing and technical skills. Third is management and leadership skills. So really break down, go inside and really ask yourself, what skills do you have and what value are those skills going to bring to your potential employer, and list those skills on there. But don't go generic. Think of something that's unique to you. Number 4 is experience. And this really is the golden piece of your resume. And we'll be talking in one of the later videos on exactly how to break this down, because there is a skill to this. Do not, with your experience, go into just bullet points of what you did in the job. That's not going to sell you as a candidate. What the employer or the hiring manager is looking for is what value can you add to that particular company. So they're looking at what value you have added to your past employers. Next we have number 5 is education. This is really self-explanatory, but the main thing here is to not provide an exhaustive list of everything that you've ever received. It's probably better just to list a couple of your highest education qualifications here, and maybe you have some additional skills that you may want to insert. So there is a differentiation between core skills and competencies and technical proficiency and education. So make sure that you have different elements in both of those sections. Number 6 is references. So what's really smart here is to give the job titles and the positions of the testimonials that were given at the beginning of the resume. That way your business proposal is really tied really nicely together. So if you just give the position, the company that these people worked for, and so they reference to the testimonials that you gave at the beginning. And number 7, which is something that will be new to you, hopefully, is providing a next steps section. Today, we live in a society of instant gratification, a society where people want things now, where people want things to be simple, easy and efficient. I personally call it the Amazon philosophy. I don't know if you've ever purchased anything from Amazon, but you can order pretty much quickly, get it the next day, and if you've got any problems for it, they don't really question any refund. So we live in that society where people want things to be very simple, very easy and very efficient. And your resume isn't very far away from that. You've got to make things easy for the hiring manager, which will make you stand out in comparison to everybody else's CV that you've got there. So you need to provide a next steps section where you're ultimately closing your business proposal. So this is everything is sales, and including your resume is a sales pitch. So this is where you close the sale. So close your business proposal by showing the hiring manager how you fit their needs, which is another reason why each resume needs to be personal to every single job that you're applying for, and then guide them to the next steps, which is inviting you for an interview. Yeah. What's really important with your resume is that it needs to reflect you. It needs to reflect your personality. It needs to reflect you as a human, and you as an entity that can join that business and truly add value. So make sure your resume shows your personality, just like you would show your personality in a face-to-face interview. Your resume is not any different from that. your resume, it will create that human to human connection. So you've got to make sure that you shine out of that resume, that your personality shines out of that your resume, that your heart and soul shines out of that resume, to truly show the hiring manager how you can add value and profitability to their business. So I hope that's helped. We will be going into a little bit more detail about each section next week, but this is just a little bit of a guide to make sure that you've got all 7 sections in your CV. Throughout what the world is going through at the moment, I and Citrus Connect are here to support you in any possible way that we can to really master your career. So if there's anything that you would like us to talk about, anything that is a block for you at the moment, a pain point for you, please email us at hello@citrus-connect.co.uk, and we'll be sure to either provide some content or a video on that. So for now, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.